The Diary of Samuel Pepys, 5th of October 1660. Office day. Dined at home, and all the afternoon at home to see my painters make an end of their work, which they did today to my content. And I am in great joy to see my house likely once again to be clean. At night to bed. The 6th of October 1660. Colonel Slingsby and I at the office getting a catch ready for the Prince de Ligne to carry his things away today, who is now going home again. At noon comes my cousin, Harry Alcock, for whom I brought a letter for my lord to sign to my Lord Broghill for some preferment in Ireland, whither he is now a-going. After him comes Mr. Creed, who brought me some books from Holland with him, well bound and good books, which I thought he did intend to give me, but I found that I must pay him. He dined with me at my house, and from thence to Whitehall together, where I was to give my lord an account of the stations and victuals of the fleet, in order to the choosing of a fleet fit for him to take to sea, to bring over the Queen. But my lord not coming in before 9 at night, I stayed no longer for him, but went back home again, and so to bed. The 7th of October 1660. Lord's Day. To Whitehall on foot, calling at my father's to change my long black cloak for a short one, long cloaks being now quite out. But he being gone to church, I could not get one, and therefore I proceeded on and came to my lord before he went to chapel, and so went with him, where I heard Dr. Spurstow preach before the king a poor, dry sermon, but a very good anthem of Captain Cook afterwards. Going out of the chapel, I met with Jack Cole, my old friend, whom I had not seen a great while before, and have promised to renew acquaintances in London together. To my lord's and dined with him, he all dinner time talking French to me, and telling me the story how the Duke of York hath got my Lord Chancellor's daughter with child, and that she do lay it to him, and that for certain he did promise her marriage, and had signed it with his blood, but that he by stealth had got the paper out of her cabinet, and that the king would have him to marry her, but that he will not, so that the thing is very bad for the Duke, and them all. But my lord do make light of it, as a thing that he believes is not a new thing for the Duke to do abroad. Discoursing concerning what if the Duke should marry her, my lord told me that among his father's many old sayings that he had wrote in a book of his, this is one, that he that do get a wench with child and marry her afterwards is as if a man should shit in his hat and then clap it on his head. I perceive my lord is grown a man very indifferent in all matters of religion, and so makes nothing of these things. After dinner to the Abbey, where I had heard them read the church service, but very ridiculously, that indeed I do not myself like it at all. A poor cold sermon of Dr. Lamb's, one of the prebends in his habit, came afterwards, and so all ended, and by my troth a pitiful sorry devotion that these men pay. So walked home by land, and before supper I read part of the Marian persecution in Mr. Fuller. So to supper, prayers, and to bed. As a slight note to that, the Duke of York married Anne Hyde, and he avowed the marriage on September the 3rd, so that Pepys was rather behind in his information.